Retro Racing reports from Cajon Speedway. That's El Cajon, California, just slightly east of San Diego. This is May 29th, 1970. This is a Friday night event for CRA Sprint Cars. And travel down to El Cajon once or twice a year to race on the paved 3/8 mile oval. A lot of these sprint car guys did not like racing on the pavement, but they went down there anyway and put on a heck of a show. You'll notice as we go through here, we have a new track record get set by Don Hamilton, one lap of 16.82. And that's a good full second faster than the stock cars, which they typically run. Be sure to like and subscribe. Put your comments down below. And here we go. Now in this program we have, it's largely a generic stock car program, but they did an insert and things work out pretty well here. We also have a Meet Your Driver with Bucky Peralta, super stock driver. It's a fun little article there. So here we go from Cajon Speedway, the checkered flag. El Cajon Stock Car Racing Association's first open competition of the year will smoke up the oval Saturday night with a 50-lap main event. Racing only the top cars, it will be a 25-lap semi-main, 25 laps of consolation races, and 2 15-lap heats to qualify for the main. Every kind of car is welcome with the exception of open-wheeled vehicles. The 50-lappers are a special breed. 1969 Super Stock champ Jim Witt of El Cajon won 2 last year, and Jim Hitt of Lemon Grove and Bucky Peralta of El Cajon won the 4 big ones. The odds-on favorite for this weekend special would be Russ Bullen of Bonita, 4-time winner and 30-lap record holder. Second place Hale and third place John Deneen of El Cajon have both won features and are expected to give Bullen his closest competition. The limited and super stocks will be running in competition to each other, and it is expected the limited stockers Tom Zalitsky of El Cajon and Paul Beauchamp of National City are pegged to make a good show. Results from last weekend, May 23, 1970. Cool and cagey Russ Bullen of Bonita drove a perfect race while setting a new 30-lap record of 9 minutes 36 seconds for his 4th win in 7 tries at Cajon Speedway last Saturday night. A full house saw Bullen, who started 13th in the field, slowly wade through and take command on the 27th lap. Bob Chambers of Santee took second, while Bullen and Chuck Ickes of Imperial Beach jostled one another for the lead. Second place point leader Ed Hale of Lemon Grove went out early in the race due to a faulty oil pump. Attendance for the new season stands at 38,172. Meet your driver, Bucky Peralta, Superstock. Bucky is one of the leading drivers at Cajon Speedway and has been consistently in the top 10 in point standings. He began his racing career with the claiming stocks in '62 and has only raced stock cars. His car this year is number 120, a 1957 Chevy with a 396 cubic inch engine, and he runs McCleary tires. 120 is sponsored by Max Cartmill Insurance Company. Peralta's pitmen are his older brother Chuck, Jim Harris, and Steve Cartmill. Last year, Bucky finished in 16th position in point standings. In '68, he was second. Bucky reports that all of last year as being his worst experience as he was not in the top 10 for the very first time. Peralta was born in Anaheim, California, and attended St. Augustine High School in San Diego. He married a pretty lady named Alice, and they have 3 boys and a daughter. They make their home in El Cajon, and Bucky works for Victory Equipment Company. Hobby-wise, Bucky helps his dad, who was equipment manager for the San Diego Padres. He was a clubhouse boy in 1962 and still enjoys being with the team. He also likes deep-sea fishing, and for a crazy experience was out all day on the boat one Saturday when he showed up to race, had rubber legs. Bucky says he had to hold on to and lean on things and wasn't sure how his driving ability would be, but it all turned out well. Bucky sure goes for Chinese food, but don't eat peanuts around his car. That's his big superstition. Rex Mays had the same phobia, and Bucky acquired the belief that it brought bad luck to him. So watch those peanuts. Peralta likes Lady Luck with him all the way. There's a short introductory article for the CRA Sprint Cars on this Friday night. The first double race weekend of the 1970 season at Cajon Speedway will bring on the swift sprint cars of the California Racing Association on Friday night. Some of the top chauffeurs in the West will be out to break George Farmer's fastest lap at Cajon of 17.10 set in 1968. Farmer also holds the 30-lap mark of 9 minutes and 4 seconds set on the same date. CRA main event winners at Cajon Speedway read like a who's who of sprint car racing. Lee Robeson of Spring Valley won in 67. 68 events were won by Carl Adams of El Cajon, Farmer of Fresno, Ace Duncan of Santee, and Bobby Hogle of Buena Park. Local hopefuls who will be facing a big field of racers include Don Hamilton of El Cajon, driving the Morales Offenhauser, veteran Dickie Freeze of Santee in the Metzler Chevy, and Jim Wood of Ramona in the Colbert Engineering Chevy, all former modified sportsman champions at Cajon Speedway. Carl Adams won the first CRA race of the season at Ascot in February, and in the 7 meets to date, there has been no repeat winner. Some of the winners include Steve Chassie of Sunland, Paul Jones of Torrance, Frank McDaniel of Tucson, and Bob Evans of Long Beach. As we noted earlier, Don Hamilton set a new one-lap qualifying record of 16.82 seconds. Also in the main event, Jimmy Oskie wound up winning. He ran the entire distance from the pole in first place. Second went to Don Hamilton. And there's a note in Kennedy's notes here that says number 3, Hamilton, would have passed Oskie in another 1 or 2 laps. Hamilton was closing fast at the end. Be sure to like, subscribe, put your comments down below. Love to hear from you. And share this with your friends. Let them know about Retro Racing Reports.